Think you know Georgia real estate law? These 15 questions will tell you the truth. Each question is worth points. Harder questions, more points. Max score is 150. Let's see what you walk away with. Category 1. Broker Management. Jason is a qualifying broker who wants to do business under a name other than the one on his current broker's license. For instance, Jason's license is in the name Jason Smith Real Estate Incorporated, but he wants to start advertising as Elite Properties. Is this permissible? The answer is C. No, a broker cannot conduct business under a name different from the one on the broker's license. A broker must operate exclusively under the name on the broker's license. All advertising must match the license name. A newly licensed salesperson joins a brokerage firm. The qualifying broker allows the salesperson to begin advertising properties without reviewing the materials. Later, the advertisements contain misleading information. Who is primarily responsible for supervising advertising activity? The answer is B, the qualifying broker of the firm. Georgia law requires the qualifying broker to supervise all activities of affiliated licensees, including advertising, regardless of who created it. Category 2. State laws and rules. Under what exemption may a person provide property management services without a license? The answer is A, the Innkeeper's exemption. This exemption allows on-site managers to provide property management without a license for properties occupied less than 90 days. Focus on this one. It's worth more points. Which of the following options would be considered a violation of fair housing laws? The answer is B, providing different lease terms to a tenant because the tenant is blind. Blindness is a protected disability under Georgia and federal fair housing laws. Credit history, criminal history, and pets are not protected classes. A Georgia broker receives an earnest money deposit from a buyer in a pending real estate transaction. When can the broker legally claim or remove any portion of that deposit as commission or fees? The answer is C, once the transaction has either closed or lawfully terminated. A broker cannot touch trust funds as commission until the transaction is either closed or lawfully terminated. Doing so beforehand is conversion of trust money. Next practice question. Which of the following best describes how the Georgia Real Estate Commission selects its chair? The answer is D, by secret ballot at the first monthly meeting of the calendar year, continuing until a candidate receives a majority vote. The commission selects its chair during the first monthly meeting of the calendar year. The vote is done by secret ballot, with all eligible members listed. Balloting continues until one candidate obtains a majority of votes. 6 questions down, 9 to go. Check your scorecard. If you have already dropped points, pay attention. The questions only get harder from here. Category 3. Real estate practice in Georgia. Which of the following is accurate regarding the salesperson 25-hour post-license course? The answer is C, if the licensee enrolled and paid for the course within 1 year but did not complete it, the license lapses, and the licensee has an additional 6 months to complete the course. The key conditions are enrolled and paid within 1 year of the original license issuance. These two must be true to qualify for that extra 6-month window. What are the 2 exceptions in Georgia's Statute of Frauds, which necessitates all real estate contracts to be in written form for enforcement? The answer is D, an open listing and a lease for a year or less. The first one, for those who may not remember, is a non-exclusive agreement allowing an owner to contract with multiple brokers, only paying the one who brings a ready, willing, and able buyer. Next question. Let's see how you do. A ministerial act under BRRETA could be which of the following? The answer is B, searching for properties in a buyer's stated price range in the MLS. No judgment or advice is involved. That's what makes it ministerial under the Brokerage Relationships in Real Estate Transactions Act, or BRRETA. Hey, still here? Sharpen your mind for this one. Some years ago, a suicide occurred in a home that a broker is now showing to a potential buyer. 5 years ago, this home was sold to an HIV carrier who has since died of AIDS. As the agent for the estate of the deceased owner, what are the broker's disclosure responsibilities to any prospective buyers? The answer is D. The Georgia Stigmatized Property Act relieves the broker of any obligation to disclose the suicide. The Fair Housing Act prohibits even mentioning AIDS-related death, as it could constitute disability discrimination. 10 down, 5 to go. That last one was worth 15 points. Did you get it? Check your scorecard and stay focused. Category 4. Finance and Closing. In Georgia, which of the following statements regarding the financing of a home loan is accurate? The answer is D. The borrower, grantor, conveys title to the lender, grantee, via a security deed. Georgia uses a security deed instead of a mortgage. The borrower conveys title to the lender, allowing non-judicial foreclosure without court action. What right does the power of sale clause in a security deed give to the lender? The answer is D. The right to sell a property non-judicially if the borrower defaults on their mortgage payments. It allows the lender to foreclose and sell the property without court action if the borrower defaults. In Georgia, who is typically responsible for conducting the closing on a real estate transaction? The answer is C. A real estate attorney. Georgia is an attorney-closing state. Brokers and loan officers may attend, but only an attorney may legally conduct the closing. Was this question hard? Lexawise has a free Georgia practice exam with questions exactly like these. Link in the description below. Category 5. Calculations and closing costs. Okay, grab your calculators because we're going to do some math. A seller's annual property tax bill is $3,600. The closing date is March 31st. Using the 365-day method, how much will the seller owe the buyer in prorated taxes at closing? I'll give you more time for this one. Go! The answer is D. $887.67. Taxes are $3,600 divided by 365, which equals $9.863 per day. January through March equals 90 days. $9.863 times 90 equals $887.67 approximately. Last question. 15 last points. A buyer purchases a home for $320,000 with a 10% down payment, financing the remaining balance. The lender charges 1.5 discount points and a 1% origination fee on the loan amount. Prepaid items and escrow deposits total $4,200. What is the total amount the buyer needs to bring to closing? The answer is A, $43,400. Here's the step-by-step. Let's solve it together so you can see the process. Stay with me. Step 1. Calculate the down payment. That is, purchase price times down payment percentage. That gives us $32,000. Step 2. Calculate the loan amount. That is the purchase price minus down payment. That leaves us with $288,000. Step 3. Calculate the discount points. That is the loan amount times points percentage. That gives us $4,320. Step 4. Calculate the origination fee. That is the loan amount times the origination fee percentage, which gives us $2,880. Add everything together for the total, which is down payment plus discount points, plus origination fee, plus prepaids or escrow. And the total is $43,400. The exam will offer you numbers that match every mistake you could make. Do the steps in order and you will not fall for it. That is all 15 practice questions. Time to see what you scored. Perfect score? Georgia has no secrets from you. 120 to 149. You are in great shape. A little more review on the ones you missed and you are there. 90 to 119. You know more than you think, but Georgia law has some gaps to fill. Under 90, no shame. You just found exactly where to focus. That is the whole point. If you need more Georgia-specific resources, Lexawise has a free Georgia practice exam just waiting for you. It has the same question format and topics as the Georgia exam. Don't forget to subscribe and like so you don't miss anything before going for that exam.